Yes, let's go. Don't ever sign out.
Right. Belichick will have to say, you may want to get yours out first, right? All right. Hey, everybody.
Archie, what's up?
Not a whole lot. How we doing?
All right.
All right, Coach. We got UMass coming in, but we also are 2-0 and big win on the road at Davidson on Tuesday night.
Well, I mean, Tuesday night was a great opportunity for us to go on the road here early, kind of see where we're at, especially with our new group sort of gelling together a little bit. And, I give our kids and staff, credit for, great preparation going in and the guys really trying to execute, what we wanted to do. And, for the most part in that game, we rebounded really well. For the road, our turnover numbers, I believe, were at 13. 5 or 6 of them I'll take credit for, having the 6 turnovers, just not having our guys organized enough, maybe in some press attack situations. But we were unselfish. I thought we played pretty hard. We had a lot of guys make different contributions. I think we had 9 guys score in the game. Louis, on the road, you're always going to need to win a road game, a guy to step up and have one of those games. He had it. And I also think you're always going to have a couple of other guys, complementary plays throughout the game that are unsung. And I thought Tyson Brown really was an unsung hero in the game, so to speak, for us in terms of the minutes he played, his production in the game, and his effort level was tremendous. So we were pleased with that. We put that to rest yesterday. And, we've been moved on, obviously, to Saturday here with game number 3, which is UMass. Those guys have had a terrific start. They're really gelled and connected. They play extremely hard. Identity of Frank's teams, clearly UMass dominating the boards right now, really taking the turnover margin to another level in terms of them taking your ball, stealing your ball, and them taking care of it. I think Cohen and Cross may be the best front court in our league in terms of being able to really cause damage inside out and on the glass. Diggins having a tremendous breakout season shooting, getting great point guard play from Keon, and assist to turnover ratio. So I've been really, really impressed with UMass. They put their imprint on every game with the rebounding, the physicality, and the toughness. And, to me on Saturday, it's really just a game of the trenches. It's an attitude game. It's really going to come down. The bottom line is 2 teams that are really striving to be better as we continue to grow up. I know they're doing the same thing as us. And being able to hold a home court, in conference, can you continue to do that, or you let somebody come and take it from you? But in general, excited to be able to play on Saturday back here. And UMass, great team, really doing a nice job. Think they're having a tremendous year. We're really, really impressed, and we'll have our work cut out for us as we normally do.
Coaches talk about the period between semesters as a chance to really take a jump because you don't have to worry about class.
Yep.
It's just basketball. Do you see you guys doing that?
I do. We're taking, we're taking advantage of it. I'm sure like every coach in the country, sometimes you get more creative when you don't have as much class time. You give more individual film, more individual sessions, more shooting, more free throw, whatever it is, individual guys. So you get to spend some attention there. I think with our guys, it's been really, really important for us to spend time on the practice floor in scrimmage and play. We have more time over the Christmas break. It isn't like we're rushing from class. Got to hold. We've had longer practices, but we've been doing a lot more playing. So we've been able to change up. We're not worried about where they have to get to or what time we have to start. So we've extended our practice times to be able to play a little bit more, which I think is very important for our group. But the bottom line is being able to walk out of your facility over Christmas break or whether this holiday break is and not be dark out is a huge deal. I don't know if you guys have ever, practiced, November, December, January, February, and every time you leave the building, it's dark outside. And you go to class all day long, you go to study hall all day long, you check into practice, and when you come out at 7 o'clock, man, it's black outside. And sometimes to be able to not have those classes, move your practice times up, leave earlier in the day, give your guys a little bit more free time in the evening time, see the light out, so to speak. As much as long as you can before classes start, sometimes it's a good thing as well.
Coach,
commented on just Tyson Brown's game.
Yeah, he had a good one.
Comfortable and how well he looked.
He had a good one. You know, Tice has been like a lot of our guys up and down in the month of December. And I think we've really been like looking for Tyson to be the guy that he is in practice, because he has practiced every single day that he's been here. He brings a workman-like attitude. And I think you've seen at times during the season where he's played, you know, obviously really well for us, and he's played in big moments. I think we've also seen him, especially when he's the only front court player out there, him sort of get exposed a little bit just in terms of like he can't do it all by himself. He needs to be, you know, with somebody or have some complementary minutes where he's playing in and out. And we've been waiting for his impact on the boards. We've been waiting for his hard play impact. He's just, he's got that motor. And I tell you what, you know, here in the last couple, you know, games, as we've really shortened the rotation and we've made guys really earn it with their opportunity, and when they get in the game, got to be able to deliver. Man, as he's just stayed with it. And that's a credit to him. It's also, he's very desperate to help. He wants to play. And I thought maybe Davidson on the road, probably without question, without me going back, was his most effective and impactful game in college so far with us. You know, his loose ball rebound end of the game was the biggest play, and it was just right corner to left corner. He actually ran right corner to left corner for an offensive rebound and got House a dunk. And to me, that kind of like really took the air out of it. But you know, hustle plays, energy plays, physicality on the boards, a presence, easy baskets. He was able to do that, and like moving forward, you know, hopefully consistency, being able to stay with that, would be something that we can, you know, count on.
Would that be something that his play obviously correlates with everybody's healthy and they have a
no question
significant role now?
Yeah, no question. I mean, you know, it's no secret we're a different team right now than we were pre-Christmas. But you know, foul trouble happens on the road. You know, one guy goes out, we need the next guy in, and he was ready to roll. He stepped in and, you know, really did a good job. But I do think that quartet, 4 or 5 guys like Fumina, does some good things for us as well. And I think whoever's hitting or whoever's doing the job in the game will stay in for us. But we're going to run into foul problems, whatever we're going to deal with over the course of the year. That's where that depth has to take over. I thought our front court played the best game in a long time on the road the other night. I thought they had a real impact in the game.
Has the spirit, I know you commented on the spirit after Christmas break, the 2 big wins, has it gone up a little bit? Have you seen, or has that just sort of stayed the same since Christmas?
No, I mean, I think, you know, without question, our team is continuing to grow through the season. We've dealt with a lot. You know, our journey hasn't been easy here, putting it all together. November and December, fighting through. December being sort of, ooh, man, this isn't looking real good, too. All of a sudden recovering and, you know, all of a sudden confidence. You know, it's a scary thing, confidence, man. When you have it, been on teams, seen teams that do things you can't imagine they do. When you don't have it, I mean, you've seen it be at rock bottom. So confidence is a big deal. I do think our team has confidence right now. I think they have confidence with one another. This is the best that they've felt about each other. You can just tell even the way we're playing, you know, we're starting to improve. And I think part of it is like they're ingrained in what we're trying to do. And this deal on Saturday will be the same way, you know, and far less disappointment moments in the game from them where they, you know, look like, man, this isn't going to be like fighting through, never quitting, playing hard, outworking guys. And I think, you know, getting some consistency with our rotation has been obviously a big part of it too.
Coach, I had a question about 3-pointers. Just bear with me a little bit, it's a little long. It seems that most times the opponents have been shooting more threes than you have. Is that a product of your emphasis on getting the ball inside, or you want them to shoot more threes?
You know, I think we've stressed shooting more threes as the season continues to go, but it's been a requirement to pass. You know, it's been a requirement to share the ball. I mean, I think that's a challenge. I think we probably between 5 and 6 open threes a game don't take in the game because we don't make the right pass or the correct pass on drives or inside-out action, and we don't get the simple ones that a lot of teams get. We also aren't creating a lot of turnovers with our defense, and our defense hasn't been great. And a lot of times when you're able to get stops, transition, you know, threes come that way as well. So, like, there's probably 4 or 5 threes, 5 or 6 threes a game that we probably can continue to increase our attempts out of those areas. But we're also a team, I think, that's built to attack the rim, you know, get fouled. We have a lot of different guys who can play. I think first half offense will always be a challenge for us as we're going away from our bench. And we shot 15 threes in the first half, 5 threes in the second, 28 free throws in the second half versus 5 free throws in the first half. So, like, the element of being able to help our team, control our team better in the second half is a lot easier when they're in front of us. In the first half, you're relying on a lot of transition and things like that. But we have a better shooting team than our percentage shows. If we take better threes, we share the ball a lot more like we did the other night, I think we'll continue to have more guys make them. Defensively, I would say that, an area of concern for us has been the opposing team's front court getting a lot of great looks, whether that's ball screen coverage, transition, defense. In general, 5 3-point shooters on the floor at one time has given us problems. Turnovers have given us problems. The less we turn it over, I think the less that we give up threes. The better we are in our set defense, the less we'll give up threes. But we're not winning the 3-point battle because we're not aspiring to shoot more than our opponent. I would love to be able to get another half a dozen of good looks from our perimeter guys or in transition or kicks. And I would love for our lack of turnovers, not turning the ball over, eliminate some easy threes. And we're continuing to try and figure out how we can do a better job of stopping the opposing team's front line of getting clean looks, which sometimes is really challenging.
We have a chance to meet up with Sean this weekend.
It's funny. I didn't know they were playing Providence this weekend, and I wasn't sure if he was at home or on the way until I spoke to him the other day. I believe we have identical game times on Saturday. So there won't be any time there to catch up. And I know how we are on the road, so I definitely know how they are on the road. And I doubt very highly we'll be sitting around, shooting the crap, so to speak. I mean, it's about business when you get on the road. But I would love to be able to catch those guys. But we both have kind of work to do.
No Saturday brunch.
I don't see that happening at all. No, I don't see that happening at all.
Any other questions for Coach?
One last question, Coach. Just going back to the December and now, is it just all about confidence? Because in December, you were really hard. Like, you had lost a game to Brown, and you were talking about how your team needed to be in the front, things to be going well for this team to respond. And now it seems like they're on a nice roll, and you talked about, I guess, confidence and trusting each other.
Yeah, I think, you're exactly right. I think December, very difficult month for us in a lot of different respects. And confidence was taken from us, one, by not playing particularly well and selfish or understanding how to play in a certain way. Injuries played a role in not having all of our weapons at disposal at times. And losing just feels like the end of the world. You could win a game on the road, it feels like $1 million, and you're like, wow, maybe, God, we're on, sky high. You lose that game, it's just like, man, we never win one again. There's such a high and low, and trying to balance that through December was challenging. And Brown was very disappointing. New Hampshire was really disappointing. I mean, I just think those two, Brown outplayed us, outcompeted us, which really didn't feel well, but I thought the New Hampshire game was really out of juice, out of confidence, didn't have any answers. And I think as we came back, took a few days, take a deep breath, let's reorganize ourselves when we get back as a staff, and let's make sure we know exactly the message we're going to send when we get back. It coincided with getting some guys back in the rotation, which makes it a little easier to do some of the things that we wanted to do. And win one game, deep breath, right? Open up conference play, excitement, got new life, got off to a good start. And now the possibility of being able to go on the road and get to 2-0, that was a belief. It happened. So now it's like, okay, we've got it steamrolling in the other direction. And it's a constant fight. Can't get too high, can't get too low. Keep getting better, keep staying with it. But personnel is everything. It really is.
All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Yep, you guys see you on maybe Saturday, maybe not.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't realize they were coming up. I knew they had the. I actually didn't. Trying to think when I even remember them last playing. Before UConn, they played at Villanova on Wednesday, right? So we played same night as them,
Right.
and they had their bye to Wednesday. We had a bye Wednesday to Tuesday.
Right.
Briefly, talked a little bit after that first game of the year and whatnot, because you just do. And then I spoke to him after our Davidson game because they didn't play. So for whatever reason, he found us and watched us on TV. Usually he doesn't, even though we're playing a game. It's kind of how he is. But and then having a chance to communicate yesterday a little bit. I didn't realize they were playing Prov. So them coming up to play Prov on Saturday, I was like, what time? And I went, and then 2-2. It'll be like two ships passing in the night.
Yeah, it happens.
It does. Yeah, it really does. They had a tough one last night.
They did.
UConn.